Hi, this is Rob Polenic of Brutal Iron Gym. Today's workout was back, and my focus was the upper back, the back side of the shoulders, and mostly the upper, middle, and lower traps. I really want to build thickness to my upper back, and we had somebody reach out on YouTube and ask a question about the upper back growth. So I figured it'd be fun to make a video for them, but then also do a workout for me based on those concepts. So I started with a exercise pairing that I shared with them, which was a variation of dumbbell upright rows. They look like ladder raises and upright rows combined, but it looks like you're doing them wrong. The idea is when you're doing the motion, at the bottom, you're letting your shoulders actually round over, so you're opening your shoulder blades. And then as you bring the dumbbells up, you're pulling your shoulders up and back, and you're trying to squeeze the shoulder blades. So if you think of where the traps are, it's basically from the kind of the base of your neck to the inside edge of your shoulder blades and then kind of halfway down your back. So you can think of it as being between your shoulder blades. If I'm letting my shoulder blades stretch at the bottom and then contract to lift the weights, I'm definitely going to be recruiting the traps in that mid-back area. I paired that with barbell shrugs there, kind of like a variation of a shrug with the same focus. And I use the Kensui neutral grip handles. They're like plastic handles that go onto a barbell to give you a neutral grip. And I find that a neutral grip gives me a better chance to pull my shoulders up and back on a shrug. So when I'm doing the shrugging motion for this purpose, I would again let my shoulders round, and then I'm going to be pulling up and back with my shoulders. So having the hands neutral, so you can actually pull your hands more so beside you rather than having them stuck out in front, it gives you a better chance to get that deeper contraction. So I really like that pairing. I ended up doing 4 sets. I actually did a couple warm-up sets, finding the right weight, and then I did 4 working sets. The challenge with those movements, those two, is if you go too heavy, you kind of lose the feeling of the traps doing the work. So you want to stay with more of a moderate to upper moderate weight load and really focus on the mind to muscle connection to make sure that trap area does the bulk of the work. I then did a seated one arm row. I used Spud Inc. Jump straps, which are like wrist straps. So I had that pulling through my wrist, and then I was grabbing the strap, and you can grab mostly through your pinky and ring fingers. And that pulling back gives me less engagement of my bicep, so I'm actually going to get more of my back involved. I angled a little bit away, and I leaned a little bit away, and then as I would let the weight pull me forward, I would let it actually like round my shoulder out. And then I thought of pulling my shoulder back and then driving my thumb into my rib cage. And that gave me a really good stretch and contraction through the traps as well. And then I finished with dumbbell seal row, like a standing chest supported row, using the Sorinex Bulldog pad. I really like that variation. It gives more control to the movement. So I do T-bar rows, once in a blue moon. I don't typically do them now because they load a lot through the midsection. So you don't see me do a lot of barbell bent over rows, a lot of T-bar rows. I'm really wanting to minimize my midsection development. So I want to keep them strong. So I still train my abs. I do a lot of pull-off rotations, but I don't do a lot of bent over or hinged loaded movements because I have a longer torso. So my obliques will kind of blow out and my ab wall kind of sticks out as well. So when I used to do powerlifting and I was doing really heavy deadlifts, a lot of high volume, really heavy deadlifts, my midsection grew quite a bit. So I had like that power belly going on. So I wanted to get rid of that. So I stay away from hinged positions that are loaded through the midsection. So a chest supported variation of a row is awesome because you don't have to have that hinged support through the midsection, and you get a very good isolation in the upper back because you're not swaying or moving or cheating with other muscles or body momentum. So that was the workout. It was really good. I really liked this one. I'm going to be repeating some of these elements for sure in future workouts. If you give it a try, I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.